Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I've gotten a little bit lazy about doing the vlog. No specific reason. I think I just kind of wanted to get some time away from any sort of obligations or any sort of deadlines that I was imposing on myself or anything that I had to do. Basically just wanted to be a bum for a while. So I spent several weeks in Costa Rica just basically surfing and hanging out, meeting amazing people, but I figured that since today is the exact 3-month mark of when I started my journey, it'd be a good day to kind of get back on the radar and put something out. So I decided to try out a new format with the video blogs, and I'm not sure how it's gonna go. This is the first take, and I don't plan on doing any other ones because I felt like this would be a good kind of comfort zone building or breaking exercise. So anyway, we're gonna roll with it, and we're gonna have some fun here. So I guess what I want to talk about today is how everything so far has just been building and building. And everywhere I go, the people that I meet, it almost just keeps getting better and better. And it really has kind of hit me recently. Like, at first, you know, you go to some place, and like when I was in Guatemala, you know, like living with a host family, meeting some amazing friends at the school, it's like, wow, like, you know, going off and doing some amazing adventures over the weekend, you're like, man, this is so awesome, you know, and it's kind of like, I have to keep traveling because, you know, that's what I've set out to do, but man, it's like part of me wants to just stay here because it can't possibly get any better than this. And so then you move on, and you know, there's like that day or two in between when you're traveling in between places, and it's kind of lonely, you know? It's like you're traveling, you don't know anybody, you're kind of disoriented a little bit, you know, you're on some bus. My Spanish is getting better, but it's not by any means like really that great or fluent or anything. And so it's a lot of confusion, it's a lot of just, you know, you don't know anybody, and you're kind of sad because you're leaving a lot of things behind. You're leaving some amazing people, amazing places, just amazing memories, but then you get to that next place. And so for me, it was like after Guatemala, I got to Costa Rica. And, you know, I had kind of this preconception in my mind that, well, Costa Rica is gonna be all tourists, and I'm not even gonna like it, da-da-da. Well, I ended up absolutely loving Costa Rica. And so Costa Rica was kind of the birthplace of a new passion of mine, which is surfing, which I've been doing pretty much every day for the last 6 weeks or so, just getting out there, getting in the water, paddling around, getting jacked. And so yeah, man, I spent 6 weeks in Costa Rica, and I had some amazing friends come visit. Actually, I linked up with my buddy Raph from who I went to school with in Gainesville, so we did like a little surf trip there, even though I sucked at the time. And then my buddy, good friend Hoy, what's up Hoy? He came in, we did some amazing hikes through the jungles, saw some really, really cool things. And then after that, my sister came in. And so we ended up in a place called Santa Teresa, Costa Rica, and we were there for 4 or 5 days, and we took some surf lessons, and we met some amazing, amazing people. And after that, I was just like, you know what, this place is paradise. I'm just gonna stay. So I ended up staying in Santa Teresa for 4 weeks and just met some of the most amazing people. And just, I don't know, it's like one of those things when you're traveling, you just, as you continue to go on and just kind of like let go and just start to really, really go with the flow and be present and just really, really be present with your interactions, it starts to just lead you in certain directions, and it just kind of points you to the right people that you're supposed to meet to have more of these amazing experiences, which I'll write about in some subsequent blog posts. But anyway, I guess for an example, the latest kind of bit of, you know, I guess you could call it a coincidence, but I'm starting to believe that there are none. So I got to Nicaragua about 5 days ago, again thinking, you know, wow, I had such an amazing time in Costa Rica, nothing could ever beat this. Well, got to Nicaragua, and you know, the first day is kind of just like feeling it out. I ended up staying at a hostel, met some people, it was kind of cool. Ended up taking a shuttle to the beach, so I was at San Juan del Sur, which is kind of on the southern end of Nicaragua. Now I'm on a beach, kind of a little ways down from Madeiras, was what it's called. And so I got here and realized that there were a few hostels on the beach. So I said, you know, I'm not really into the party scene right now. I really just want to pursue my new passion and surf every day. So I found a really, really cool hostel that I stayed at. Actually, so I tried to get into a hostel right where the surf break is. And I was there a couple days ago. I talked to the guy. I was like, hey, listen, I'm gonna come here tomorrow. Save me a room. I wanna stay here. So I got there the next day, all my bags, like, you know, 50 pounds worth of stuff, and plopped it down, was ready to get a room. Told me they didn't have any. So I was like, all right. So then I went next door. They didn't have any either. And they said, okay, what you gotta do, there's a place called Matilda's, and it's about 15 minutes down the way. You gotta walk over some sketchy rocks. It's a little bit, you know, sketch, especially during high tide, but you can make it. So I walked down there, ended up getting a room. Was there for a couple nights. It was cool, whatever, it was fine. And so then the other day, actually 2 days ago, I was talking to some people, just striking up a conversation, you know, doing the whole, oh cool, you know, yeah, surfing, da-da-da, where are you from? I told them I was from Florida. And they were like, yeah, there's a lot of people we've met here from Florida. And I was like, really? I haven't met that many, you know, who'd you meet? And they said, well, there's this guy over at a place called Castaway. It's a hostel down the way, and he's from Florida. So I was like, oh yeah, you know, I actually saw that place when I was walking to Matilda's. Maybe I'll stop in and say hello. So I ended up walking over there. You can't make this shit up. I walk over there, there's a gator flag flying at this place. So I'm like, okay. So I meet this guy, big time gator fan, he's from Gainesville, hit it off immediately. I said, dude, I'm gonna pack my stuff up, I'm coming here tomorrow. Packed my stuff up, moved in, went out surfing in the morning, had an awesome surf day, got back in the afternoon, they just started cracking open cooler full of beers and getting a bonfire going. So they had, you know, we were just a bunch of other cool people staying there. So we're chilling out on this little beach here, hardly anybody else, and we're having fun. We're you know, shooting the shit, telling stories, and it's probably about 11 o'clock. And this is what I'm talking about, like these just amazing experiences after amazing experiences, and how it all kind of builds up. All of a sudden, you know, we're like in mid-conversation, da-da-da, yeah, and then I was doing this. All of a sudden, somebody yells, turtle. And it was just like, everyone just immediately stopped, got up, and literally not like 15 feet away, a turtle had come up to the beach and was starting to lay eggs. And this was literally one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had in my life. Just like, it was about a half-an-hour process, and just to like, you know, you're not supposed to shine lights on the turtle or anything, you don't want to scare it off. But just to like sit there and just watch this prehistoric looking creature, probably 70 or 80 pounds, digging away and laying these eggs. She ended up laying 106. And then after this whole process, you just see her exhausted and just kind of make her way back to the beach and into the water. It was really one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had. So it was a really, really cool thing to have on, you know, the eve of my 3-month mark. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I've never had a situation where I've been able to travel and really just let go for an extended period of time. And so for the first several weeks, I was still kind of in like go, go, go mode. And I felt like I was always supposed to be doing something. So I loaded myself up with things to do. I was taking Spanish classes, I was taking salsa lessons, da-da-da, because I just felt like I needed to be doing something. And as the time has gone by, you know, those feelings have subsided. And I've really just kind of settled into going with the flow of everything. And when you really just start to kind of get present, I've been trying to do some meditation and stuff, and just kind of getting behind my thoughts, you know, and just kind of reconnecting to the core of who I am. I know it sounds a little bit new agey, but whatever. And I don't know, it's just you kind of become more open to receiving these amazing experiences. And it's like, it's kind of hit me that it's like, it's not a coincidence that it keeps getting better and better. It's just because I feel like I am just more and more open as it goes on to inviting in these amazing kind of peak experiences. So I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what the future brings, but as of right now, I'm doing great, having a lot of fun, just kicking back, relaxing, surfing, reading, and, you know, in between, having some amazing things happen. Okay, it looked like the camera just cut off on me. I guess there's a time limit to how much I can ramble. I don't even know how long that was, but anyway, I feel like I've said what I needed to say. So anyway, whoever's reading this, whoever's watching this, thank you. I'm glad I could kind of share where I'm at with you guys. Really appreciate it, and we will talk soon. Adios.
watching what she did probably 100 years ago.
Yeah. There you go, Mama. You're gonna make it. We're almost there.